Welcome to Galaxy of Comics, brought to you by Star Wars, Marvel, and more. If you like comics, games, both board and video, or anything geek culture streaming on TV and on the big screen, then you came to the right place. Stay tuned for my Haul of the Week next in 3, 2, 1. Hey there, comic book brothers and sisters. This is Galaxy of Comics, brought to you by Star Wars, Marvel, and more. I am your guide, Dave. Join me as I trek across this big comic book universe. Our next stop is my Haul of the Week. Now, as you know, and if you listened before, it is my goal to get my personal grail, Amazing Spider-Man 300. First full appearance of Venom. I have ASM $2.99. I lucked out on a eBay auction one day, got it for $52, and they threw in a really nice Hulk comic book at the time. And so I am on my way to get Amazing Spider-Man 300. Do what I can. I've got some comic books I can sell or trade. I am doing that slowly. I am on Instagram. As you can tell, I am My Galaxy of Comics on Instagram, Star Wars, Marvel, and More on TikTok, and Star Wars, Marvel, and More on Twitter. Of course, IG is where it's at, apparently. I'm not currently selling on any particular venue, but I have been approached on Instagram, and I'm willing to work out with people there. However, I am on trying to get ASM 300. How am I doing? I'm off to a slow start. Anyways, I'm figuring out what to do, how to do it. I'm doing all that behind the scenes. And my haul of the week is the comic books I'm currently collecting. I'm trying to get the runs of the 2015, 17, and 20 runs of Star Wars Darth Vader. I'm trying to get the runs of Something is Killing the Children, or the run of Something is Killing the Children, and the run of Strange Academy currently. Once I'm done with those, I might pursue other comic book runs or Star Wars runs. I collect mainly Amazing Spider-Man and Uncanny XMen, or any X-Men really. It just key issues. I'm not doing any runs per se. That we'll see. As far as an artist I collect, the Todd McFarlane. That's how I was introduced into comic book collecting when I was in college, and that's my favorite artist. I think I started collecting when they did the Spider-Man #1 Torment, I think it was. And that is when I first started collecting. My first comic books I read was the Infinity Gauntlet, so I have that. I really love getting back into comics with adult money, and that's how I'm doing it. And I'm trying to get it to pay for itself. That's what I want to pass on to other people too, so I'm going to try to do that. Although I am trying to encompass a income stream that I have. That's where I'm buying comics, and then I'm gonna hopefully flip those comics and gradually just take over completely on having my comics pay for themselves. We'll see though. But hey, my haul of the week, and I'm not a big time collector, so I am very sparingly collecting comics. I just told you who I collect or what I've been collecting lately. Now, the first, so let's go through this. Star Wars Darth Vader 20. This is from the 2020 run. The current run is still going. They didn't cut it off like they did the other runs, so they keep going. A little write-up on it. The Queen's Shadow returns. Darth Vader continues his quest to destroy the agents of Crimson Dawn, abetted by an unlikely crew of heroes and assassins. But every twist in the tale gets thrown into question with a shocking return of Sabe, handmaiden of Padme Amidala, who's the hero, who's the villain, and will they choose chaos or order in the Age of Crimson Reign? Sets the write up on Star Wars Darth Vader number 20. I picked up Star Wars Darth Vader 23. I did this from my local comic shop. Star Wars Darth Vader number 23. The Shadow's Shadow. Okay. An epic news story begins as Darth Vader embarks upon a new mission in partnership with a sworn enemy, but who's leading whom to doom? And what happens when the Queen's Shadow learns the deepest secret of Darth Lord of the Sith, plus the shocking return of a face from Vader's most distant past? Ooh. Anyways, I'm loving these Darth Vader comics. I currently I'm on number 7 of the 2017 run, and I'm doing a narration on that, so check out those videos. It's slow going. I'm gonna pick it up soon though. Star Wars High Republic number 1. This is a new comic that came out. My LCS guy Brian told me, hey, you probably want this. Okay, so I picked it up. Star Wars The High Republic number 1. A Jedi must find the balance in the Force. In StarWars.com's exclusive first look at Marvel's Star Wars The High Republic number 1, Jedi Vildar Mac struggles with nightmares brought on by his youth while en route to the holy city on Jeddah. Although many visit the Pilgrim Moon seeking sanctuary and spiritual rebirth, for Mac, it's a posting decreed by the Jedi Order. The High Republic number 1, written by Cavan Scott, with art and a cover by Ario Anindito, arrives October 12th as part of Phase 2 in the Multimedia Initiative. All right, that was the selling points for this comic. Next, another comic came out. I was fascinated by this because I like the crazy ass art. It's kind of a feudal Japan version of Star Wars. It's really beautiful to look at when they just do black and white and the lightsabers are in color. It's pretty amazing. The detail's amazing. Everything artwork wise is amazing. Mainly the only reason I'm getting it, although I do like the break from the Star Wars genre to dabble in another version of Star Wars. That's kind of neat, and it kind of fits feudal Japan, Star Wars, warriors, things like that. It's pretty cool. The write-up on this, Lucasfilm's critically acclaimed Disney Plus anime anthology series Star Wars Visions introduced the world to the mysterious Ronin and his loyal droid R5-D56. As seen in Kamikaze Duga's The Duel, the Ronin saved a sleepy village from a menacing Sith, yet he himself wields a crimson lightsaber, raising questions about the past and true nature. Now we'll learn even more about the enigmatic wanderer. In the new story, written and illustrated by Takashi Okazaki, one of the artists behind The Duel, Marvel's Star Wars Visions one-shot it's a one-shot. I didn't even realize this. Visions one-shot finds a Ronin before he arrived in a small town to face an agent of the dark side. In StarWars.com's exclusive preview of the issue, thieves stop the wandering warrior, unaware of his mistake they've made. So this is pretty cool because the spec on this from Comic Tom, if you check that guy out, he's got the ear to everything, and he passes on really good information. There is big speculation that the character, the one blindfolded here, I can't see, is the alternate universe of Mace Windu, because he fell from a high place, he was electrocuted, and he has a purple lightsaber. So, and he said something similar, the party is over, which is, I think, a line he said at the end of the second movie of the prequels, episode 2. I believe that's when that was. Anyways, that is this big spec on this book. It's pretty cool. It was in New York Comic Con. Apparently, it's going for $70 as a Comic Con exclusive. This is the newsstand, not the newsstand. This is the direct edition. I got the direct edition of this one. Next, Strange Academy. This is number 7. The first arc ended in loss, but teeters on the edge of tragedy. There are some that Strange cannot save, but can he minimize the graves they'll have to dig on campus? Wow, a lot of all of this, and a huge secret of the Strange Academy is revealed. Strange Academy 12. The person who shattered Toth is revealed, and it brings the second story arc of Strange Academy to a rip-roaring climax. Pieces of the Marvel Universe and Doctor Strange's past come back to haunt not Stephen Strange, but the students of Strange Academy. But that doesn't wash the hands of the person at Strange Academy who may just bring the whole school down. This is a pretty deep kids book, right? Strange Academy 18. Platitudes get thrown around a lot in these pages, but if you've been reading Strange Academy, you know we don't mess around. So listen up. After this issue, things will never be the same at Strange Academy. Seriously, you do not want to miss this issue that is going to destroy you emotionally and destroy the school beyond recognition. This is the Marvel version of Harry Potter for sure. And that's why I got it. I haven't read a single issue yet. I'm going to collect them, and I'm going to read them. I think it's going to be one of the ones I narrate for my show, for my channel, which is, my show is Galaxy of Comics. I read comic books. I do my hauls, and I have a mystery box that I'm currently doing where 22 years ago, I collected comics for like a year, and I put it away, and I never looked at them again. And I finally pulled them out, and I'm going through them. I'm only on part 1. There's probably going to be 5 to 10 parts to this, so stay tuned. But one of the reasons why I like this is because Harry Potter's pretty cool. And I think this would be a great book to do narration and show the art for. So stay tuned as I go through that. Uncanny XMen 528. I like the cover on this one. It popped out. Then I looked it up in my key collector. Sure enough, it's a key. It's the first appearance of Oya Idi Okanakwo, a Nigerian mutant and one of the 5 lights. The team is loosely held together by hope. Since Second Coming, new mutants have been activating, and Hope reached the first 5 who became her followers and formed this team. Hope trains them herself. There's Light 0, which is Hope. First Light, Lori. Second Light, Gabrielle. Third Light is Heidi. I think that's who's covered here, but that does look a lot like Storm. I couldn't tell you which is who. I haven't read the comic yet. Fourth Light is Tion. So that's who they are. I think that'd be a great thing to delve into, who the 5 lights are. That might be shown itself one day. But for now, that's who we're talking about. Now, Amazing Spider-Man 798. This is Dan Slott's final Spider-Man story continues. Dan Slott's final Spider-Man story continues. The Green Goblin has returned, and he's exacting his ultimate revenge not only on Spider-Man, but on everyone the wall crawler loves. Norman Osborn offering no quarter, an ultimatum that threatens to finish Peter Parker once and for all. Story writers Dan Slott, inkers Wade Von Grabadger, colorist Marte Gracia, letterer Joe Caramanga, penciler Stuart Emonen, editor Nick Lowe. Cover information is the painter of the cover is Alex Ross. This is beautiful cover. I love this one. I think I have a gradable copy. One day I might do it. Editor Nick Lowe. So Amazing Spider-Man. There's speculation on this one and it just popped off that This particular issue is like selling it 500 times the issues it was before. And the reason being is because it was announced that they're going to have it, the Red Goblin is going to have his own comic. And this is the issue, I believe, that Norman Osborn announced who he was, apparently. And of course, the Goblin Child, I think, became the Goblin Child in 800. But the other issue is $7.99, another awesome cover by Alex Ross. And this one, Spider-Man will need to help a friend and foe alike if he hopes to stop the Green Goblin this time. The mystery of the Red Goblin is finally revealed, and it's not going to be pretty for Peter Parker. So, pretty badass cover. I believe it's a symbiote, and now he's the Red Goblin. 800, apparently, his son Normie Osborn is the Goblin Child. So, the Red Goblin's going to have its own series in the comic world. I don't know when it's coming out offhand, but there's huge speculation on this. I've gotten 2 copies of each. Why am I doing that? Because I want the 2 copies to pay for the other 2. So and then some once it comes out. Once a speculation finally comes into fruition, when that new series comes out, people are going, "Hey, I want to see where the Red Goblin came from." That's my thought process. So I'm kind of following the market on that. I'm going to hold on to them for a while. I might even get another pair of them, and I'm trying to find a good copy of 800. I can't find it, though. Can't find a good one at my comic book stores around here. They're always damaged. But hey, this is my big spec of, and I don't often talk about this, but I was drawn to these comics. I saw someone pull one out, and I'm like, "What's that one?" And my Brian from my LCS says, "Oh, I can get you one." And he gives me one. Awesome. And he goes, "You maybe want this one too." $7.98. Love that even more. That's beautiful artwork. Let's see that comic book again. Boom. That is so awesome. I would love to get that as like a print, post it on my wall. That's how beautiful that freaking comic book is. I love it. This is why I collect. This is a beautiful, beautiful artwork. Gotta love it. Now that's it for today. This is Galaxy Comics, brought to you by Star Wars, Marvel, and more. I'm Dave. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Follow me as I grow, as I become get a PhD in Star Wars, get a PhD in Marvel. That's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm gonna try to get back to my past, the things I missed out on with adult money. Love it. Follow me. I hope you stick with me. I hope I entertain you. Let's go. Here we go. Cue the music.